back to Spirit Seers Speakeasy. It's the holiday season again, and keeping with tradition, I want to bring you another holiday special. Today's is a little different. You know, we've done gift guides in the past, we've done brandy advent calendars. What are we doing this year?
So this year we thought it would be a fun idea to kind of bring you a drink guide, because you're going to be getting together with friends and family, throwing holiday parties and things like that. And so we thought it would be a good idea to kind of show you the different drinks that we like to serve at our parties, and just kind of give you an idea of what you can do to make it a little easier for you.
Yeah, for sure. So on the table in front of us are all the bottles we used to create these cocktails. We all kind of went with a little bit different style, so you'll notice the variety is pretty wide. And we each have 6 drinks in front of us. We're just going to kind of go through and tell you how to make them, and give you some tasting notes, and look forward to seeing what you guys do with them. So, without further ado, why don't you get us started?
Okay. So normally for our parties, I am kind of in the kitchen a lot, so I made my cocktails super easy. You can either shake them or you can throw them in a giant pitcher, and you can just keep drinking away while you're cooking. So we have 2 different variations. It's kind of like a variation on a Cosmo. Don't really want to call them a martini because there's more than 2 ingredients. So one has gin and sage in it, and the other one is vodka and rosemary with the cranberry. So we'll try the sage one first, and this one has lemon also, and the other one has orange.
That's good.
I like that. And you say cranberry?
Yeah, just cranberry, lemon, and gin. And then just the sage that I put in the shaker too. And if you're gonna make a pitcher of it, you just throw it in the pitcher.
So what was your recipe?
It was 3 ounces of cranberry, 2 ounces of gin, just 1 squeeze of half a lemon, and then shake it.
And then the sage leaf for garnish.
And then the sage leaf. Well, the sage was in the shaker too.
Okay.
Sorry, kind of threw this together.
I like that. It's very pleasant.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be right at home at a holiday party.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's easy.
And it's not too sweet either.
Really easy to drink as you're
Nice and bouncy.
getting on.
Yeah,
You do get just the hint
of the sage.
of the juniper as well. And we always use this, the Temple of the Moon gin,
Yep.
which tends to be really floral, but I do taste the juniper comes through okay in this, but it's not like overpowering, so you do get that like Christmas tree pine thing happening.
Yep.
I wonder if it's the sage that helps with that.
It could be.
Really
That's
good.
kind of what I was thinking, is sage would go really well with that gin. And then the vodka one has rosemary and half of a orange squoze in instead, and then same other ratios of 3 ounces of cranberry to 2 ounces of vodka. That one just tastes like cranberry juice.
It does. It just
Yeah.
tastes like cranberry. But
Like a vodka cranberry, but a little
Yeah.
bit better.
Yeah.
A little spicier, I don't know if that's right.
I think like
Verbally.
The rosemary
if we add
helps, I
some
think.
like Cointreau or something to it, that'd be good. But it's really good as is.
little splash of triple sec. It is nice and smooth too, and like it's one of those things where we're not big fans of vodka here, but if you're going to use vodka, the Sugar House vodka or the Holy Stone Perla vodka would be my choice any day. Yeah, that's really good. I can see both of those being very approachable to people who like are not per se into cocktails.
They're not
And even-
alcohol forward.
Yeah, and even this one, like the gin scares a lot of people away, and that I can't think of anybody who wouldn't enjoy that.
Like,
no,
and
I really
they're both
like that.
super easy to build as a punch bowl
Yeah,
or a
very,
pitcher of.
very scalable.
That's kind of what you'll notice a lot of our cocktails today are going to be more of the batch style, that you can make a big, bunch of it and then get going, because the holidays are busy for everybody. You don't want to be stuck making cocktails while
All
everybody's
night.
having fun. So
Yep.
So I kind of went with the hot toddy theme. So we'll start with this one. I made a spiced rum toddy.
That one's mine.
That is yours.
Sorry.
Mine's right here. So we used our house spiced rum, which we start with Appleton Estate as a base. And then we add vanilla, cardamom, allspice, cloves, black pepper, nutmeg, and orange peel, and let it steep. There is a bar back video on how to do that, so if you decide you want spiced rum, skip buying most of the stuff at the store. It's full of sugar and artificial flavors. Just grab a nice bottle of aged, unaltered rum and spice it.
So just in case somebody doesn't want to make it, isn't there a spiced rum in Utah that's a pretty good one?
There is. Distillery 36 does do a spiced rum without back sweetening. And if I'd been able to get a bottle of that before this shoot, that's what we would have used. But I couldn't find one, and we had that, so that's what we used.
Yep, no, that's perfect.
So this is about 3 ounces of hot water, 2 ounces of the spiced rum, about a half an ounce of honey, and then 2 lemon slices muddled.
Oh, that's really nice.
So it's pretty easy. You could again make this in a big batch and just keep it warm. You could even do it as like a warm punch.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I like that it's not super sweet either. Like the citrus is very clean.
Yeah, it's nice and it's tart, but still sweet, balanced. You get the spices from the rum. I did add just a dash of allspice cocktail spice, which we just grabbed at Caputo's. I thought that might be nice.
Yeah, I like that. That's very tasty.
So that's kind of a spiced rum riff on just a traditional hot toddy.
It's really good.
Nope, can't think of anybody that wouldn't be able to drink that. This one is kind of a riff on a cocktail that they would make in Mexico. I believe it's called the ejote. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm butchering that. So this would call for an ancestral corn whiskey from Mexico, which we can't get here, but I did use mellow corn, which 100% corn whiskey, 5 years old, 100 proof, bottled in bond.
Very inexpensive.
Yeah, it's like $9 a bottle. So this is going to be your mellow corn, mellow corn, honey, hot water, and Tango bitters, and that was it. So Tango bitters are something that we kind of make here. You just take Angostura bitters, you can buy a big bottle of it, or a regular sized bottle, and steep it with a couple of tonka beans for about 2 months, and then strain it. Gives you that nice kind of Christmas spice.
This is really good.
I like that.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
So
Hot or cold, that'd be really good.
yeah.
Like throw this in like one of those Stanley thermoses while you're out and about.
Both of those are interesting. A hot toddy itself is good, but I love the riffs on stuff.
Yeah, I do too.
Best cold medicine you'll ever have is a hot toddy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. It was chamomile tea.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So there's chamomile tea in here as well. So you
I was
had
saying, it's a little-
you had 1.5 ounces of mellow corn, 1 ounce of strong brewed chamomile tea, 2 dashes of the Tango bitters, and half an ounce of lemon juice. That's what it was.
And we'll have the recipes.
We'll post all the recipes in the description. But yeah, so I thought it was really interesting.
That's
and,
really good.
I thought it would be fun to make. So yours took a little more effort than the rest of us.
Yeah. So I pre-batched or made some mulled cider, or what's it called?
Wassail?
Wassail.
Yep.
It's a recipe that I found that's based off a traditional English style mulled spiced cider, and then I made a homemade eggnog. Last year we did these guys made a Tom and Jerry batter from scratch that was amazing, and so this year I felt I had to try and make an eggnog from scratch, and it turned out pretty good.
It's really good.
Not too slouchy, huh?
Nope.
So let's start with the
Wassail.
wassail, since we're on the hot still a little bit. So this is about 8 cups of apple cider, and then it is steeped with several different basically mulling spices, clove, nutmeg, allspice, orange, cinnamon. You let that kind of steep for an hour on the stove, and then you bottle that, or you can keep it warm on the stove if you want, and then you add an ounce of whatever your favorite holiday alcohol is. Steve and I chose to do the straight Applejack brandy, and then Sabra has this bourbon, the Elijah Craig. So
Yep.
yeah.
I would be interested to try the difference of Applejack
Here,
to
I'll let you
bourbon.
Did you already taste
Yeah,
it? Okay.
it's really good.
I'll swap you.
It's really good. And then I just garnished with I don't even know if you can see it, but a little apple slice and some orange there.
They're both really good.
They are.
Bourbon and the Applejack.
I think I prefer the Applejack after
Yeah.
tasting both though.
Because
Really?
that just punches up the apple flavor quite
Yeah.
a bit more, so it's like an actual spice cider.
Awesome. Yeah, and I really like them. Ever since I got turned on to apple brandy, I've been obsessed with trying to find ways to make the apples really pop in the cocktails, and this is obviously a good pair for it. So, one thing that I like to do though is when I'm adding alcohol to a sweetened base drink like cider or like the eggnog or anything like that, I like to use a little bit higher proof alcohol to help the alcohol cut the sweetness down a little bit, and it balances it much better. So these are both higher proof. This is a 47? 42%, so not quite 43%, and then this one's a 47% alcohol. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really tasty.
That's really good.
It takes a little bit of time to make, but once you make a big batch of it, you can have it for, until it's gone, really. I should say that there's a cup of Madeira wine in there as well, so you can leave that out to make it a little kid-friendly without the alcohol, or you can add that in. Even so, it's only a cup. Awesome, and then the next one is the eggnog. The eggnog is a staple for the holidays, and this is one that we just homemade today, actually. And yeah, and then to this I've added a hefty dose of Armagnac. This is Terra K12. Again, I use this one because of its alcohol percentage. This one's a 48% alcohol to this, and you can't have good eggnog without brandy or bourbon in it. So, yeah, what do you guys think?
That's so good.
It's Christmas in a cup, man. Christmas in a cup.
Very good. Much better than store-bought, too, I must say.
Oh, way better.
I've always been a big fan of eggnog, and the homemade one is so much better. I just garnished this with a little bit of a sprinkle of cinnamon.
I would say too that like a lot of times when you're talking about making these like eggnog, and you're like, does the effort really justify the result? Right? Like, is it really that much? Or I'm sorry, does the result justify the effort? Like, is it really that much better that it's worth me taking the time to make it? And tasting this, I would say like unequivocally yes. This is so much better than store-bought.
Yeah.
It's not even funny.
Yeah, and it took probably
half an hour,
maybe 25 minutes to make, and really the biggest time we spent waiting was for it to chill down. So very easy to make, actually.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's super good.
both of them are easy to make, and I think it's just the time that you put into it. So yeah, I love it. It's gonna go fast. So
Yeah, I think that might be the only glass on the table that I actually finish.
finish them all if we want.
That's true.
I do
On the menu.
think a hot drink is a little bit of a, maybe not tedious, but it's a little more prep work than a lot of people are willing to do.
It's harder
So
to keep it hot.
I do enjoy a good cold, refreshing cocktail, and the cranberry ones definitely do that, because the cranberry cocktail in itself is nice and refreshing, even during the summertime, and to add a little Christmas flair to it is even better.
And it's just nice if you're in the kitchen and working.
Yeah.
It's nice and easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't take a lot of prep work. And
No.
There's zero technique to that one.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
But there's something to be said about a nice warm drink on a cold Christmas
Absolutely.
night.
Awesome.
Well, anything else to add, guys?
I don't think so.
No, just enjoy your holidays.
Be safe.
Enjoy experimenting. Yeah, be safe. As always, we love to hear what you guys think about the episodes or anything that you guys are coming up with that maybe we don't know about. So drop us a comment and let us know.
Yeah. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to. That really helps us out. Keeps us motivated to keep cranking out the videos.
Yep.
We've got well over 100 of them now, so spend some time, find some interesting cocktails.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
And we always love new suggestions, so.
For sure.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well,
Awesome.
happy holidays, and keep the spirit.
Keep the spirit, guys.
Keep the spirit.
Until next time.
Chestnuts roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So